Do you guys remember 4 months ago I visited an experimental town in southeastern India called Auroville? Well, now I'm here halfway across the world in my home state of Arizona, and I'm going to tell you about a similar place called Arcosanti.
I think that Arcosanti is the perfect example of the alternative of the urban sprawl.
A place where if you want to go somewhere to relax or to enjoy a great scenery or community, then this is the place.
This morning, we made the drive up 1 hour from Phoenix to visit, and whoa, this place is cool. It's like a playground for architecture in the middle of the Arizona desert. Around 80 people live here now, but over 7,000 people have called Arcosanti home since its creation in 1970.
I'm Taylor. I used to live in Prescott, 45 minutes away. I came here when I was 18.
My name's Michael Bittman. I'm known here as Dr. Sparks. I'm from Port Townsend, Washington.
When did you first arrive here?
I did my workshop in 1979.
So my name is Tim Bell, and I live at Arcosanti, but I was born in Joshua Tree, California.
And what do you do here?
I do a bit of everything, just like everybody else that lives here. Drilling and grinding and molding all the boxes.
You do all the hard work?
Oh yeah, everybody does.
I teach about solar electric, solar hot water, energy efficiency.
So I lived in New York for 5 years, I lived in LA for 5 years, and when I came to Arcosanti for the first time, I suddenly realized that the feelings that I'd had about living in cities, I didn't feel accountable for my actions living in a city.
What do you like so much about Arcosanti?
It's interesting for sure. I really enjoy it. I mean, it's gorgeous. Love walking my dog around. He became a resident on the same night as I did.
I think interacting with all the cultures that come in, since the students come in from around the world.
You don't think what you're going to come in here until you see it, and then it will hit you in the head, and it's just like, it's beautiful.
Arcosanti was established in 1970 by an Italian-American architect, Paolo Soleri. It's simple, it's sustainable, it's based off an Arcology Concept, a blend of architecture and ecology to demonstrate how urban conditions could be improved while minimizing the destructive impact on the earth.
The reality is that we're going to have 9.5 billion people on this planet in the next 30 years. That's 2.5 billion more people than we have right now. And if everyone lived the way that we live in the developed Western world, then we'd need 3.5 globes to sustain our current global population. That's not accounting for growth. So the idea behind Arcology is that if you can make a dense urban landscape, but you can put a boundary around it so that people have immediate access to nature, then you take care of a lot of the anxiety that comes from living within an urban environment these days. We have here 4,000 acres of land that we steward as a nature reserve and 25 acres put aside for development. So our property here extends out to where you can see those big steel power towers in the distance.
Yep. But the people who choose to live here are what I find most fascinating about Arcosanti.
We currently have 80 residents. So we have people from Paraguay, Italy, Japan, Germany. We have housing for about 150 people though, but a lot of that housing is dedicated to Airbnbs and guest rooms so that people from the outside can come in here. We like to think of ourselves as an extensional community. This is a dorm for our workshoppers, so the people who come and do the educational program. The types of people who come to take our workshop tend to be millennials who are curious about learning.
And contrary to what it may appear, daily life here functions quite normally.
We work 40-hour weeks, it's part of our life here. But at the end of the day, no one has to get in a car and go anywhere. So you have so much free time to be an artist or an entrepreneur or to sit inside at night and read a book.
Arcosanti makes most of its money by selling these crafty handmade bells.
So we have a for-profit bell business that directly benefits the nonprofit educational institution. So by selling these bells, we're able to employ people to work on the site. And on the nonprofit side, we're able to run daily tours and open up guest rooms and host special events. And so these are all ways that we manage to generate revenue so that we continue supporting both the community but also the project.
All right, that was a very interesting experience. We are now heading out of Arcosanti. It's a great alternative to how we live in such big cities in the world, and it's really similar to Auroville in India, and actually it was my tour guide there, Gopi, who told me about this place. I'm really happy that I came here and checked it out. Try to imagine a world where you don't drive to work, where everything is here right in front of you. You're not wasting electricity, you're not wasting water, you're very sustainable living. That is what you call Arcosanti. I'm Drewbinsky, and if you like my travel videos, please click subscribe and join me as I plan to visit every country in the world.